large number of documents to very many people. So back to our discussion straight. Mail merging is a feature in Microsoft Word that allows you to create a large number of documents that are personalized for each recipient. For example, you could use the mail merge feature to create a letter that is addressed to each recipient by name. You may be having an organization that has over 1,000 members, and it is during the end of the year when you want to send invitation letters to them in regards to the annual general meeting. Instead of you typing one document at a time, or even typing one document and copying and pasting it 1,000 times, you can create just a single document that is the main document, and you create a data source that is a document that will contain the addresses of these people whom you are intending to send the letter to, and then you use the mail merge feature in Microsoft Word to execute this. So for you to use mail merge, you will need two documents as your input. One is the main document, and number two is the data source. The main document is a document that contains the text that will be sent to all the recipients. Data source is a list of information about the recipients, such as their names, addresses, email addresses, and also their phone numbers. At the end of this mail merging process, we end up generating a third document that is known as the merged document. So for us to start our process, I've already created my main document, which is here, which is the letter that is inviting members to the annual general meeting. At the same time, I've also created a data source that has around 5 members. I have their details in this table. Looking at the main document, it has some fields that at the end of the process, for example, the first name and the last name, at the end of this process, that section will be replaced by these first names and these last names that are here. Looking at the initial document, it is page 1 of 1, meaning that if we want to create documents for the other 5 recipients, we need to continue copying this and pasting it downwards. We paste it around 5 times or even 4 times for us to get individual documents for all the people in our address lists. But this will be cumbersome. It is also time consuming. So very fast, for us to execute this mail merging activity exercise, we have to straight away click on the mailings tab, which is here. After clicking on the mailings tab, we go straight to start mail merge and then select letters. After doing that, the next thing to do is to select the recipients for our letters. But now looking at this group, that is the write and insert fields, preview results, finish, these tabs are inactive. If I click on anything in them, there is nothing that is happening because I've not linked the main document to any addresses. So let's link our document to addresses and see what will happen to these other groups. So you have to go to select recipients. Then for this case, you're going to use existing list because it's already typed in a table in Microsoft Word and the document is already here. So I'm going to close it because it's already saved in my folder. You click on select recipients, then I go to use existing lists. Then I'll be able to browse. I've saved these document in this folder, videos. So I'll click on videos, open. I'm able to see my main document and my data source. So I'll click on data source, then click open. Once you do that, you note that now these other groups are active. If I click on the down facing arrow below insert merge field, you're able to see the document has automatically picked the fields from the table that we had. The next thing is to now replace these fields with the merge fields in this section. So first, you select the first name, click under insert merge field, then you select first name. You can apply some space to avoid concatenating the names. Select the last name again. Now click on insert merge field, select last name. Select the address, go to insert merge field, select address. Then you can press the enter key to maintain the structure of your document. You also select the first name at this section, go to insert merge field, select first name again. Our final field is the date, which is inside our letter. So we also have to select it, go to insert merge fields, and then we select date and apply some space. Now after doing this, the next step is to check whether these addresses have been automatically fetched into our document. We do this by clicking on the preview results option in the preview results group. After doing that, you can see that these fields have been automatically fetched. They're here. They've been fetched from the previous document, to be specific, from the table that we had. If you want to check, it's still page 1 of 1, but we can navigate through these other records by clicking on this icon to preview the next record in the recipient list. So once you click on it, you can see the names are changing. You click on these until it gets to the last person. For us to create document, a merged document for all of them, we have to go to this group finish. Then we click on finish and merge. Once we click on these, we select edit individual documents. This will enable us view all the documents on a single document, that is on a single file, instead of having the multiple windows opening different documents for the individual people. We can also print the documents from this point, and it's going to work, generate all of them for all the members. But for this case, we're going to use edit individual documents. Once we click on this, we're going to merge these to a new document, and we are merging all the records. So you just click OK. Once you click OK, Microsoft Word will create documents that are exactly as the number of recipients that you have. So for example, in my data source, I had 5 recipients. These processors created 5 of them. You can now see it has changed from page 1 of 1 to page 1 of 5, meaning that if I scroll downwards, I'll be able to see the other letters for all the other members in this merged document. All the way to page 5, all their letters are here. But I've only been able to create the main document, the address lists, and then I was able to merge the two. So, what are some of the advantages of mail merging? One of them is that it saves you a lot of time and effort that would have been spent in creating these documents one by one. It also helps you to personalize your communications with your recipients. It also saves costs. If you were creating these for 1,000 recipients and you're just going to be typing one by one, you may need to hire so many people for them to do this job for you. All of them will have to be paid. So mail merging saves costs. And finally, it can help you to create a more professional appearance to the people that you're addressing. So finally, after creating the merged document, we need to save it inside our folder. For us to save it, we click on the Office button, then go to Save As. After we go to Save As, we're going to call this document merged document. But remember, we are supposed to save it in exactly the same folder that has the other files. So we give it the name merged document, and then we save it inside that. You can even see on the title bar this has changed. So that is generally the mail merging process. In case you've not understood any bit of this, you're free to leave a comment in the comment section. I'll be able to respond to you. Thank you so much for following up and learning from us. Thank you. Stay blessed.